Hey there, welcome to Dumb Money. This episode was filmed before we put ourselves into quarantine. Please stay tuned until the end for an important update. Enjoy. First off this morning, Chris has a meeting with a founder of a company out of Austin, Texas. It's a company that makes cosmetics for men. And no, we're not turning into a beauty blog channel, but last week we met with the founder of Pressed Roots. Today we're digging a little bit deeper. Pressed Roots is a salon trying to kind of replicate the dry bar, blowout bar concept, but for women who have textured hair. And if that wasn't enough, we're still continuing down the path of coin rolling. So much dumb money, so little time. We're starting with Chris and his man makeup.
So let's learn about men's cosmetics and how big this industry can get. I'd way rather be having this meeting over coffee, but the Dumb Money coffee shop is closed for good. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, Benjamin. Cool, buddy. Men's cosmetics. I know virtually nothing about it or why anyone would want to start a company in it, but I kind of know that it's a hot industry. Why did you get involved in this?
I've always been very close to the industry, the cosmetic space, and particularly skincare. The obvious marriage between health and wellness and then my background and sort of family friend being a dermatologist made a lot of sense. And one day I realized I have 5 or 6 different skincare products. They're all from different brands. So the obvious answer was to start a men's skincare business that consolidated all of those different products into one place. And that's really what spawned the interest and eventual founding of Disco.
Can you explain to me exactly how do younger men think about makeup? Like, is it just like a revolution in the thinking of this is a thing now?
What you're seeing is a massive societal change where even 10 years ago, you or I, it would be very uncommon for us to have a conversation about this, right? There's much less stigma attached to it. It's not necessarily considered as sort of metrosexual, for lack of a better word. With all of that changing, what you're seeing here is a massive growth in the markets for men's skincare specifically. And that's what we're capitalizing on.
I'm like half sold on the skincare line. I need to see a little more traction. I'm gonna get the product. We'll all give it a try. Thanks for meeting today, I appreciate it.
Hello, this is Bill Haynes, president of CMI Gold and Silver Inc. We're experiencing an overload of calls.
Overload of calls.
Bunch of crazies like me calling on.
Today we're going to decide whether or not to invest in Pressed Roots. And today we're meeting with a buddy of ours, Smoot, who's actually someone we've done multiple deals with. He brings deals to us. He actually has experience in the salon industry. He basically had an app that was essentially like Uber for hair salons where the stylist would come to your house. That didn't go so well. We're going to find out why and see what advice he has for us about this whole Pressed Roots thing. I love this investment, and when you're talking about an early stage investment, there's the things that we look for is a founder, and this founder is awesome. They've done pop-up stores, they've been testing it for 2 years, there is demand for it. I want Smoot to say that this is a good deal for us.
Hopefully she being the first in this specialization can prove success and get capitalized quicker and better than any competitors that were to step in.
We're also maybe closing on that other deal, the one we can't talk about. It's not so much what they do, but it's how they do it and how they're modernizing a process that traditionally is outdated. So that's something that we can talk about.
I would say 95% of early stage investors, this is totally off their radar. So this is something that we can uniquely share with our subscribers. If you end up investing in an early stage deal, these are things you want to think about. Can we go to meet at do you know where Smoky Rose is across from the Arboretum? All right, so we're here to talk about Pressed Roots, kind of your old world, right? Beauty salons, stylist, blowout bars, right?
Yeah.
She knows the demographic really well and is confident in it.
Yeah.
Our question to you is, you've been through this, you know the challenges of operating that kind of business. I know it's a little different because yours is on demand.
On demand, yeah.
But do you have any thoughts, positive or negative, that we should be thinking about before we cross the line with this investment?
What I noticed with Blown Away, for example, is we were doing, I think, 80 appointments in a week, and you can do that in a day in a salon.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's the issue with the on-demand space. Now, I also like the ethnic space because I think You talked about women's hair falling out. I think extensions and wigs are a big business. I've seen Maven was a startup that did decently well. Ethnic product companies, that's a way to upsell, and they definitely need to get into this.
The best consumer companies in our portfolio are elevated products, elevated experiences. This demographic is historically has not had an elevated experience.
Talk to me about the unit economics of the business.
They're essentially no different than a dry bar.
From your experience, what red flags should we be looking for? To me, I think finding talent, finding the people who can actually do the job is going to be hard to manage. But what should we be looking for?
Finding quality contractors, how you source them, background checks and all that stuff. It seems like in looking at their deck, that's pretty well covered.
This is a place that should cash flow relatively quickly. So I'm assuming that as long as she can cash flow, unlike an on-demand business, she just needs to staff the place with enough hourly workers to support her demand there. She's got a lot of press so far. She hasn't even launched her first.
She's been on CNBC and hasn't launched a product.
Yeah, so that's part of why we're investing, is because we feel that she is the right, she's the right founder for this type of company in 2020.
Do you think she can execute?
I think she can execute, and that's the other thing. When you're investing in a startup company, you're investing in the founder.
Yeah.
And she is brilliant, and she has a track record, and I think that's one of the main things you're looking for.
Pre-seed investments are about people and ideas. We love the idea, we love the person behind it. So we're not digging in too deep on this. We're making a small investment in her idea, and hopefully it works out. Since filming these meetings, we have put ourselves into lockdown. We're currently not meeting with startups so that we can focus our time on stock trades in this very volatile market. We did each make an investment in Pressed Roots, and we hope to be able to share their grand opening with you whenever that may be. We also did invest in the mystery company that we talked about in this episode. It ended up being our single biggest investment of the year so far, so we hope to be able to share how that is going soon. And we invested in SpaceX, so lots of stuff to talk about when we start filming episodes here again. But in the meantime, check out our brand new YouTube channel, Dumb Money Live, for weekly live updates on our stock trades, our thoughts on the stock market and that sort of thing. This channel will continue to be focused on startup and pre-IPO investments, and our live channel will be all about our public market investments. We'd love to have you subscribe. It's a new channel. It doesn't get as much promotion as our videos here, so it's more important than ever that you turn on notifications and set them to all. Since we're not doing in-person meetings from now and phone calls aren't exactly entertaining to watch, it might be a little while before we have another episode. So we will have a few of our live streams here, but moving forward, the only way to see those is on our live channel. So please do join us there. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for social distancing. Please stay healthy. If you're looking for something to watch while you're cooped up, here's a little best of playlist for you to binge watch, and we will see you again very soon.